What are some things that sound like compliments, but are actually insults? When I used to be in an active band in the area, we would play shows with a bunch of different bands. Some great, some good, some terrible. You never want to be a dick to anyone or tell someone they suck, so our go-to comment to bands we just really didn't enjoy was to say, "You guys really were together out there." Sounds like they were playing well as one cohesive unit, but in reality we just meant they were literally together up there because that's the closest thing to an honest, nice comment we could make. My favorite thing to say to musicians at open mic is, "Wow. I can see how passionate you are about music. Wow. I am so impressed. I didn't think you were capable of that." Quote. Respond with, "Wow. You're much more aware than everyone tells me." I always liked this one, I think from The Simpsons, "I was afraid that you would respect me less." No. That would be impossible. Quote. When my art teacher said "great effort," there was a girl with mild cerebral palsy, CP, in my art class in high school. And the teacher stood behind as she drew for a while and said, "Wow. Your self-portrait may actually turn out to be all right." There was a very awkward tension in the room after that. There are lots of thin and pretty girls who wish they were as funny as you. Quote. You were so pretty as a child. Oof. This hit home. My mom has this joke that she thinks is hilarious. Whenever we happen to see an old photo of me when I was a kid, she, without fail, will say, "You used to be so cute. What happened?" Every time. Literally cracks herself up with it too. If I show I don't think it's funny, she'll do the arm slap thing. "Oh come on. You know I'm just joking. What happened to your sense of humor?" My mom loved that joke until I once responded with, "I got hot." She doesn't use that joke anymore. I see you showered. Nice. Once this girl in my class came up to me and was like, "Your hair looks so nice today. Normally it's so greasy." And I was just like, "Oh. Cool. Thanks. I hate my greasy hair. I wash it constantly, but 12 hours after I shower my hair has more grease than the back half of a New York McDonald's." It might be because of the constant showering. I heard that if you wash your hair too much, it will become extra greasy to compensate. For some people this is true. Not the person you're responding to, but another greasy weasel. And for me it's definitely not. I tried the "don't wash your hair so much," and even managed a full summer of almost no washing. It doesn't matter. My scalp doesn't give a fuck. I hate it. I wish I could wear a headscarf every day. No matter what people say about you, I think you're okay. My father always uses to say to his students, "You know, Jimmy, it's not true what they write about you on the bathroom stalls." Quote. My personal favorite is, "You're a gentleman and a scholar. I don't care what they say about you." Quote. Anything compliment with the word "actually" in it. You're actually quite pretty, you're actually smart. I've gotten, "You're prettier than I thought," from someone I had known for a year. I dressed up. Guess he wasn't used to it. One time I wore a high ponytail, which I rarely do, around a guy the first had been dating. He ate a little mushrooms that day, so was being very honest. And at one point he looked at me and said I was so pretty, and then asked if I try to make myself look less pretty most of the time. Still confused. Was he right? Was it the mushrooms? Are high ponytails my look? I love how you'll just wear anything. The comedian George Gobel, after looking at all the other guests on the sofa on The Tonight Show, said to Johnny Carson, "Have you ever felt like the world is a tuxedo and you're a pair of brown shoes?" The guests were Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Bob Hope. I still find that funny after all these years. It's a good thing you're pretty. I work in kitchens where ribbing the servers when they screw up is a popular pastime. My go-to was, "It's okay. I coast through life on my good looks too." We had a young lady at work who used to say, "I don't have to be smart. I'm cute." Problem is, it didn't work as well as it would have with some others. She wasn't cute. She was stunning. And she was also a brilliant engineer. I heard when the 7th episode of Star Wars came out, George Lucas gave a fairly backhanded compliment to the movie. The public will love it. Wow, you are just so different. In school the adults called me unique. The other kids called me weirdo freak. I eventually realized those were basically the same thing. Just that the first one is the slightly polite version. As a high school teacher, I can see where some adults would mean it that way, but I personally love the kids who do their own thing. I am jealous of their self-confidence. High school me would have died before I went against the crowd in any significant way, and I love what they add to both the school and my classes. I usually use the word awesome or similar to avoid any misinterpretations.
You like it? I hope you did.
You're very brave to wear that color.
If you did, be
Only
sure
time
to,
it's true is
leave us
white
some
jeans on your
feedback
time
or
of the month.
something.
That is brave. Or anything white, going to an Italian restaurant and getting spaghetti and meatballs. You are as smart as you are handsome. Works better if they are dog ugly. My dog is absolutely beautiful, so I don't understand this condition. He is not as smart as he is handsome. Though. This is why my wife and I refer to our dog as a cheerleader. She's 80 pounds of pure cuteness. She'll smash her face into the wall if the red dot stays there. You're smarter than you look. Better than looking smarter than you are. Most people don't like a nose that big, but I think it brightens up an otherwise dull face. Similar thing said to me, the more I get to know you, the less I notice your nose. This is very much the truth. If you find someone's face weird or ugly, after looking at it for 100 hours it will start looking at least normal. Same with salaries. Your dick is cute. Thanks, I did his braids. Pretty much any British compliment. We don't compliment anyone anyway. If we give a small one it means a lot, if we give a big one we are being sarcastic. My working class Phil from Yorkshire once said, indeed, after I solved a puzzle he had said. It's the equivalent of giving me a knighthood in that household. You're so independent. It's no wonder you are still single. TBH. It's not like I have a choice. That right there is just a straight up insult. Oof. Oh, I see you lost some weight. Especially in your face. Single quote. Oh my god, I need more upvotes to give. Way to make a person feel like they were a fucking land walrus last time you saw them. For anyone reading this who is confused, the right thing to say to someone who lost weight is, you look great. Don't specify how you can tell. Don't ask about numbers. Don't even mention weight at all. Closing parenthesis. Really? I lost quite a bit of weight over the last few years, about 40 kilograms, 90 pounds, and I loved it when people told me I lost weight. It encouraged me to keep going. I think the issue is that you never know how someone is losing weight unless you know them. I turned skeletal from health issues at one point and everyone was like, oh my god, tell me your secret. Like, girl, I wake up every day wondering if I'll make it to the end, but thanks for telling me how much prettier I am now, even though I don't even have the energy to smile. Legit developed an eating disorder while regaining weight, cause even though it was healthy and what I needed.
What y'all think about
All
that
I could think
video?
apt was how
Like it?
PPL were probably
Hope you
talking
did.
behind my back, apt how I was
If you
going
did,
back to
be
being
sure
fat
to,
and ugly.
Leave us some feedback or
A
something.
guy gave it as a feedback to one of the professors. If I had only 1 hour left to live, I'd always choose to attend your class, as it always feels like an eternity. Single quote. You look healthy because you gained weight, or, you're getting thin. You should eat more, says my aunt whom I have not seen in 5 years. It's a culture thing, I guess. You look so healthy, is a way I've heard a number of older people here in the UK tell people they've got fat. My parents are immigrants, so it took me far too long to catch on. My dad still hasn't and beams when it's said to him, he's obese and diabetic. Go figure. Oh, that's sad. I think being healthy everywhere means someone gained weight. It's messed up. My parents are also not aware that, you look so healthy, is an insult, so they also smile while I roll my eyes secretly. Is this a UK specific thing? Anyone who's said that to me or who've I said it to has been in a genuine context, i.e., you look so healthy it's like you're glowing. You look so healthy and energetic. I'm from the UK and not heard healthy to mean fat or gained weight. Every time someone's commented on me gaining weight they've just commented that I've put on weight, sometimes saying I look better with it. Sometimes not, cheeky smiley face. Then again, I'm northern. Maybe it's a thing down south. That's a really great picture of you. It doesn't look like you at all. Being called special, especially for those of us with disabilities. Not only do I find it degrading, demeaning, but in general most people don't actually think that way. Often this mindset gets us into trouble too. Bless your heart. I hope the rest of your day is as pleasant as you are.